What? Shorts in March? We seem to be having a bit of a heat wave right now, so I thought it was the perfect day to get out and about and talk to you about one of my favourite lenses, the 50mm 1.8. Just how nifty is the Nifty 50, and should every filmmaker own one? Right, so I'm filming all of this video on the Sony a7S III, and the lens I'm currently shooting on is the Sony G Master 16-35 2.8 aperture, and we've punched all the way into 35mm just to try and get maximum bokeh in the background. This is a stunning lens, super versatile, but it does come at a price because it costs around £2,000. Of course, this lens looks good, you'd expect it to. Good for portraits, B-roll, get some nice bokeh in the background. You can get it all the way out to 16mm for vlogging. So I know this isn't a like-for-like comparison with the 50mm lens, but I just wanted to start off with a very expensive lens to highlight how good the 50mm is for the price you pay. All right, we're now on the Sony 50mm. It's got a 1.8 aperture, so it lets a lot of light in, which allows us to get this super buttery, smooth bokeh in the background, and then hopefully I'm nice and crispy in the foreground. It's a prime lens, so it's fixed at 50mm, but how good does it look? And it's only cheap. This Sony lens cost me £159, that's the full retail. I previously had the Canon EF, which cost even less, that was £129 I think. And then if you want the Canon RF mount 50mm 1.8 lens, it's still only £219. So across the board, it's cheap, and it is so cheap because it has fewer lens elements. There's less going on in the lens. It's basically mainly glass, and it doesn't cost as much to manufacture. There is a downside to this lens though, and that is you can't really vlog with it. I'm holding this out as far as my GorillaPod will let me, and this is the widest I can go for vlogging. It's absolutely horrible. You would not want to use this lens for vlogging, so let's put that back down right now. Much better. I don't think I ever want to be that close to the lens ever again. So for me, I think it gets the name nifty, and I think it's perfect because it's so small and easy to handle. You can be spontaneous with this lens, but also for the quality of the image, it's so cheap. Right, I'm going to show you some B-roll comparisons between the expensive G Master lens and this very cheap 50mm. So there you go, nice bit of tasty B-roll for you. In my opinion, this lens is superb for B-roll, for portraits, for talking heads like I'm doing right now. The only thing it's not good for is vlogging, as we've experienced. So tomorrow, I'm actually going to a theme park with my family. We're gonna have a great time. The weather forecast is for wall-to-wall sunshine like it is today. So I'm gonna film some more tasty B-roll at the theme park with this 50mm 1.8 for your viewing pleasure. I hope you enjoyed that nifty B-roll. I'm shooting on the 50mm 1.8 right now, and coupled with a stunning Sony autofocus, it's an absolute dream to use. If I was only going to own one lens, it wouldn't be this one. It would have to be a versatile lens like this Sony 16-35, purely because of the range. You can go really wide at 16mm, which is great for the vlogging. You can punch all the way into 35mm when you want that nice blurry background and the bokeh and get some tasty B-roll. So I would always have a versatile lens like this as my first lens. But as my second lens, I think pretty much every filmmaker photographer should consider having a lens like this 50mm 1.8, purely because for the price, the quality is just stunning. So if it was one lens, it would be something like this, but I think every filmmaker should have a 50mm 1.8 in their arsenal.